are spending a lot of time, God bless you, on the web, doing what you can to express your support for the program. And judging this from the reaction of my own brother, sends me a note last night. Have you really lost 28 sponsors? No, we have not lost 28 sponsors. Well, how can they say it? Because they lie. And because they don't understand how it works. And I want to try to explain that, in fact, folks, we have 3 brand new sponsors that will be starting in the next 2 weeks. Now, obviously, I'm not going to tell you who they are today, but we've got 3 brand new, full-fledged sponsors starting in the next 2 weeks. 2 of the sponsors who have canceled have asked to return. We are being very careful about that. Not going to give you any names here. One of them is practically begging to come back. Everything is fine on the business side. Everything's cool. There is not a thing to worry about. Whatever you're seeing on television about this program and sponsors and advertisers is just incorrect. And let me try to explain how this works. Let's take the claim that we've lost 28 sponsors. Sponsors on this program are both local and national. We deal with the national sponsors on this program. We have 600 plus stations. They sell their own commercials. We don't have anything to do with those sponsors. We don't get paid by those sponsors. We have no idea who those sponsors are. Let's make up a company. ABC Widget Company. And let's say that ABC Widget Company says we are no longer going to appear in the Rush Limbaugh Show. Well, ABC Widget Company isn't in the Rush Limbaugh Show. What happens is advertising agencies order advertising buys on a series of local stations from market to market to market. A controversy like this erupts. They put out a notice to the stations, by the way, for the time being, we don't want our commercials run when Limbaugh is on. But they are not canceling their advertising on the station. They're just saying they don't want it running in my program during the local affiliates' commercial time, not ours. So this 28 or 32, what that means is, and I don't even know if that number is accurate, numbers coming from Media Matters. There's no way anybody could know this, but I'm going to put it in further perspective in just a second. What it means is there have been, let's use the number 28 advertisers who none of us are aware are even advertising on our local stations, who have sent out orders that their commercials are not to run in my program. But that is not revenue to us. They are not our sponsors. They are not even canceling their advertising on the local station. They're just saying, for the time being, they don't want it run from noon to 3. And let me tell you, this happens every day. It's been happening for 23 plus years. And it's not just to me. There are clients, advertisers that tell stations, I don't want this to run in Beck's show. I don't want it to run in Hannity's. I don't want it to run in Howard Stern's. It's part of the business. But because there's a focal point on this and trying to dispirit you and trying to present a picture of this program that doesn't exist, and it's untrue, trying to make it sound like this is unprecedented, it's never happened before, it's at an all-time high, and it simply isn't the case. We have not lost 28 national sponsors. There are not 28 advertisers who were paying us who aren't anymore. They are local commercial buys. Many of them may not even be running in my show to begin with. The advertisers are just saying, if they are, pull them. We don't want them in there for now. But they're staying on the local. These advertisers are not abandoning EIB affiliates. Nobody is losing money here, including us, in all this. And that is key for you to understand. They are not canceling the business on our stations. They're just saying they don't want their spots to appear in my show. We don't get any revenue from them anyway. The whole effort is to dispirit you. It's to make you think the left is being successful in its campaign when it isn't. In fact, the left is so fed up they can't see straight. They thought they had me. They thought I would be off the air by now. They can't understand why I still am. There is also another rumor going around that I am going to be suspended for a week. It is utter BS. I would have to suspend myself. Now, let me put this in further perspective for you, this number 28 or 32. And then we're going to move on to other things. Sponsors of our program are both nationwide companies like Tooth by Tea, my tea company, and local companies like Mike's Auto Body Repair or a local bank. If we added up all of our affiliates, let's use the number 600, and we assume that each of those affiliates had 30 such sponsors in the course of our 3-hour program, there might be, all across this country, as many as 18,000 different sponsors of this program. Let me put it another way. There might be 18,000 different people buying advertising within this program alone. That is a conservative number. 600 stations, 18 commercial minutes an hour. We take whatever we take to sell ourselves. The local station keeps the rest. They have local advertisers. You add all those up over a course of 600 stations, over 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. We're talking 18,000 different sponsors, okay? ABC News, who understands how this works and are purposely misrepresenting it, out there ballyhooing that we have lost 28 sponsors. 28 sponsors out of 18,000. That's like losing a couple of French fries in the container when it's delivered to you at the drive-thru. You don't even notice it. If we lose 28 of those sponsors, the majority of them being in one city or another out of 18,000, it's a sad occurrence. But, folks, I would venture to say that this happens every day anyway in the course of doing business. Advertisers come and go. New businesses start up. They start advertising. Some businesses go under. They stop their advertising. None of what's happening is out of the ordinary. It's just part of an onslaught to try to convince you that this show's history. And our days are numbered. And I'm happy to tell you nothing could be further from the truth. The point is, we have tens of thousands of companies who advertise in this program. We're appreciative of all of them. The vast majority, we don't even know. They are local sponsors. As I say, we are going to be debuting 3 and maybe more new sponsors in the coming days and weeks. And I'm sure that our affiliate stations are going to be replacing advertisers with new ones. It's the cycle. Nothing stays the same. It's all dynamic. Nothing is static. All you need to know is there are no losses. There is only growth. There are only gains. We're moving forward. There is good in everything that happens. You look for it, you find it, you build on it, and you expand it. They have not taken this program out. They have not taken me out. They're the ones who are frustrated. They're the ones who are angry. They're the ones who are going to be blowing gaskets in the next couple of weeks. I hope I've made this clear. I hope it's such inside baseball stuff. But 28 sponsors, 32, whatever number they're using, that have been lost are not direct advertisers here. And they may not even be advertising within my 3 hours on the stations they're running. Impossible to know. Now, you might, well, what are these people putting out statements? Yes, they are. They're putting out statements because they're hoping to make political gains, just like, and it's going to backfire. You can look at the stock price of some of these. I'm not going to say anymore. But it's going to backfire. So you have a bank We are announcing today that none of our commercials will ever again run on the rights. Well, they're not a sponsor of ours, folks. They may buy sponsorships, 10 or 15 of our affiliates around the country, but they're not sure that they're being inserted in my 3 hours. I want to make sure they're not. They'll run elsewhere on the station. A brief timeout.